My name is Miss Bishop, and I'm your student's math teacher this year. I wanted to give a little bit more information about me so that you can know a little bit more about your student's teacher. I graduated from Berry College with a bachelor's degree in middle grades education. I'm of the mindset that Berry is the most beautiful college in the entire world, and I don't think you can convince me otherwise. I also graduated from Kennesaw State University with a master's in instructional technology. As we go throughout this year, I hope to learn more about your student, their likes, their dislikes, and hopefully by the end of the year, we can learn to love math a little bit more. In just a moment, I'm going to take you through a PowerPoint that has important information about your student's upcoming school year.
Welcome to our virtual curriculum night. Students in my homeroom will be a part of House Kestrel this year. Advisement and community information. This PowerPoint holds important information to help your students succeed throughout the year. Absences. Whenever a student is absent, please make sure the following is done. Please send in an excuse note. The note must contain the date the student was absent, the student's lunch number, a parent signature, as well as a phone number. When students return, they will be responsible for getting their makeup work from each of their teachers. They will also be responsible for turning the work in at a later date. Agendas. Students are required to have an agenda in class. Every day, students should be filling this out for each of their classes. They should be writing down homework assignments, upcoming quizzes and tests, as well as their long-term assignments such as projects. Many incomplete homework assignments are a result of not filling out agendas. Students should also be asking their parents to review their agenda each night to ensure success. Canvas discipline. At ET Booth, we have a school-wide discipline policy. Students were recently added to a Canvas discipline course where points will be deducted in each class period for behaviors. This acts as documentation, and consequences will follow the discipline flowchart that's posted in the course. Anytime points are deducted from a student in the Canvas discipline course, notifications will be sent to parents via Canvas. However, each 9 weeks, this course resets in order to give students a new slate. House t-shirts. More information will be coming about house t-shirts. However, for House Kestrel, all t-shirts will be the same across all 3 grade levels. Math with Miss Bishop. In math, we have 5 domains as our content. That is the number system, expressions and equations, ratios and proportional relationships, geometry, and statistics and probability. Please see the syllabus for a complete list of topics. This can be found on the Canvas homepage. Materials for class. Each day, students should have their 1.5-inch 3-ring binder for their notes, a 1-inch binder for homework, classwork, graded work, and extra paper, as well as a writing utensil. On some days, students will be asked to bring in their textbook. This was given to them at the beginning of the year. However, an electronic copy is also posted on Canvas. Ms. Bishop will let students know ahead of time when their textbook will be needed. While students do not have lockers, they still need to come to class prepared every day. This includes a charged laptop. Students can lose discipline points for being unprepared for class, as it does cause classroom disruptions. Math papers with their binders. Students will have 8 dividers just for math. This is a way for students to keep organized, and there will be 1 divider for each unit of study. However, Unit 1 is split into 2 separate units due to how large it is, so this will be denoted as Unit 1A and Unit 1B. Please do not clean out or throw away any math papers from your child's binder. I promise we will clean out and store papers at the end of each semester to keep students organized and keep their binders small. All assignments will be used to review and study for midterm exams and final exams. Keys to success in math. Some study skills for success that the students need to work on are their study guides. Now, students are given study guides for each quiz and each test, and they should be completed in full before either their quiz or their test. The students should also use these study guides in order to study for these upcoming assessments. Something new that we will be doing this year is extra credit can be given on tests if the student chooses to take their study guide and turn it into a study strategy. This can be flashcards, this can be a Quizlet game, or it could be a quizzes homework assignment. All the students need to do is show Ms. Bishop their study strategy, and they can earn some extra credit on their test. Students should also be completing their homework anytime that it is assigned. Homework is always an extension of their notes and their classwork that they did that day, and it helps students with their comprehension skills as well as providing great application questions for them to practice. Some other tips for success. Canvas is a great tool for the students as all of their notes, homework, classwork assignments, study guides, and quizzes and tests can be found in modules. Now, I say homework and classwork, quote unquote, assignments because with math, most of the homework and classwork is done on paper and not through Canvas. However, in order to put that into the gradebook, I do have to create an assignment as a placeholder. So you'll notice anytime I have graded homework or classwork, I will say within that assignment in Canvas that this is not a new homework or classwork assignment. It's just a digital representation of what was done in class or at home. Practice games, we do a lot of practice games to study and review for quizzes and tests, and usually those can be found in announcements. Parents, we definitely encourage you, if you have not done so already, to register for a Canvas account and link to your student's Canvas account. This is encouraged because you can get immediate online information about your students' grades. You can also set up notifications for Canvas to alert you anytime that there are specific failing grades on particular assignments. It's also beneficial because, like I said in a previous slide, students are put into a Canvas discipline course for behavior documentation, and you can also get notifications about that as well. Test corrections. Students will always have the opportunity to improve their test grades on each of their tests. There will be a template on Canvas. This can be found under the Introduction and Support module. Test corrections is more than just correcting the answers, though. It's about putting forth the work to relearn the content. It also gives the students the potential to improve their class average by several points. Grading policy. We do have weighted grades in sixth grade. 60% of the students' grade is considered formative, which comes from their classwork, homework, and quizzes, while the other 40% of their grade comes from summative, which is other quizzes, tests, and projects, also known as their performance task. Now, in my math class, we have a third grading criteria category called skills, check, and practice that is worth 0% of their grade. Usually what goes into this category are the students' pretest and their mid-test. So again, you will see pretest and mid-test in the grade book, but it does go into a category that's worth 0% of their grade. So if the student had an 88 before the pretest, after the pretest, they'll still have an 88. It does not affect their grade. Grade codes in Canvas. Zeros will no longer be entered in the gradebook for missing work. Students will only receive a grade of 0 when they earn a 0 by not answering questions correctly. For work not submitted or completed, the following grade codes will be used. Now, this same grade code system can be found in the syllabus if you need to look at it in another format. So, for example, if a student was out for a week due to being sick, and maybe we did a project during that time. In the gradebook, I would put in the code EX, which means excused. So basically what that means is the student does not need to complete that assignment. It acts as if the assignment is not even in their gradebook because it doesn't hurt their grade and it also doesn't help their grade. So it acts as if it never even existed. What we will see more often than not is the grade code of point 1. This means that the student was in class but didn't turn in their assignment, whether that's homework or a project or a test or a quiz. This means that that assignment is now considered late. However, late work can still be accepted and turned in at a later time so long as it is still within the same unit of study. Homework and classwork. Assignments must be turned in complete and on time in order to receive full credit. Late work is accepted, but points will be deducted by an 11% deduction per day for 3 days, with a maximum 30-point deduction. This means that when students turn in their assignments late, if it's greater than 3 days, the highest grade that they can make is a 70. Late work can still be turned in until the end of the unit. For my class, this will be the day before the test. However, if the assignments are never turned in, no credit will be received, and that will result in a 0. Point 1 will be recorded in the gradebook until assignments are turned in. As a reminder, please make sure you're checking your child's agenda daily to make sure homework is being completed, especially if you're seeing that your child is receiving several point 1s for missing homework assignments. Academic recovery. Students may need to use ELT time to complete missing assignments. Again, assignments can only be turned in late until the end of the unit. Tutoring. I used to offer tutoring before school from 8 to 8:40. However, with before school activities being discouraged, students can use the 8:25 to 9 a.m. time to come see me if they have any questions about any of their content material. Communication. Email is always the best way to get in touch with me as I do check my email periodically throughout the day. My email is linked on the ET Booth website as well as on my Canvas homepage. I also prefer emails instead of messages through Canvas just because it's easier for me to send a reply back to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any specific questions or concerns about your child's performance, please feel free to contact me. Have a great day, everyone.